Should we give a little welcome for the kids? Yeah. Oh, he's still clapping. Get it, kid.
The bus. And these. Good boy. Slide.
Hi, it's me, and we are finally here. Every road, every moment, every breath has led me here, and I can't wait to marry you. People spend their lives searching for home, for walls, a roof, a place to belong. But for me, home was never something I could build. It was you. And today, I'm finally coming home. Simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever.
Let's give it up for Paris.
Baby, I would rather be dead. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone.
Now, this hand-picked group of absolute legends that we have here today are the most special and significant in Paris and Sam's lives, and they'd like to thank each and every one of you for always loving and supporting them and for celebrating them today. And we can't go any further without a little shout out to their parents for the massive roles they've played in shaping these two into the awesome people we see before us. So Fiona, thank you for not going to the gym today. And thank you, John, for not playing golf. Unless, did you squeeze a half in? No? Okay. And Jodie and Serge, aka Silly Mum and Silly Dad, we're all just stoked you got here on time. You've all put your blood, sweat and tears into raising these two, and they wanted you to know that everything you've done throughout their lives and right up to today has not gone unnoticed. So how about a little round of applause for the parents? And I'm going to intro all the folks we've got standing up here with us as well. Now, someone savage once said to me, Sam said this, that in order to look your best on your wedding day, you should surround yourself with your least attractive friends. Wow. Wow. Josh is filing that one away. I'm sticking to it. Sam said that, not me. Clary, glad to see you put down the fairy smut for a day. Triona, who skipped leg day to be here. Good girl. Toby, aka the token Tasmanian of the group. Diff, who I won't be roasting since I wouldn't want him to leave me a scathing review. And Michael, we're all wondering what shit watch you're wearing today. Oh. Yeah. And Brayden, who might have been Paris's friend first, but we all know he's really in love with Sam. And he's struggling a little today, so our thoughts are with you. You've all been unfailingly supportive of Paris, as well as embracing Sam as a friend and a brother. So a big round of applause for Paris's crew. So you know what's coming, don't you guys? Okay. Lawrence, we're all glad you didn't wear a tie from Temu today. Lachlan, proud to have joined Sam as a member of Nunn and the Fruity Tooters Jazz Band. Yeah. Matthew, the big time pilot, gets a shout out, but you do get a legit shout out for putting the bride and groom on your Jetstar staff discount. Business class to Europe, baby. Oh, Cody, we hear you've been practicing your golf swing. And we'd love to see how it's coming along. Do we get a little demo? Okay. Oh, he doesn't even hesitate. He's ready to demo.
John, you watching? We beat John.
You beat John.
Ben
okay.
has beat John, Sam.
No. Okay, we'll file that one away. And Josh, we're honestly just shocked you took time off work to come. So thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure. Each of you has always shown your love for Paris and had Sam's back through everything. So a round of applause for this squad. Yeah. And now to the main event, to our main characters. Now, you may be wondering how this calm, quiet artist with an unhealthy obsession with Zupa Dupas came to be with this vibrant tap dancing star with a deep, deep love for Dr. House. So let me tell you how we ended up with a romance full of sarcasm, show tunes, and frozen sugar water. Show tunes. Back in Year 10, Paris joined St Helena Secondary and she and Sam crossed paths regularly. In Year 12, they starred in the musical Rent together. And then Sam joined Paris at her weekly acting classes, where they would share a cheeky Macca's every Friday in her car. Paris thought Sam was cool, totally intimidating. The first person who ever made her feel shy. Yikes. Sam thought Paris was cute and he definitely felt some flirtatious energy, but the timing was a little off and they didn't progress beyond friendship. Paris moved to Brisbane to study musical theatre and they remained connected via mutual friends. An invisible string, you might say, in the words of Taylor Swift. On a weekend visit home, one of these mutual friends, shout out to Tyler. Is Tyler around? T-Man! T-Man! He'd arranged a group outing to see a show, and as fate would have it, the entire group, with the exception of these two, bailed. Paris proposed the two of them go anyway. Sam suggested they had dinner first, and there they were in their very own accidental date trope, straight out of a classic rom-com. The driver on this date was Paris, which she would later come to learn was a very smart move. Sam pulled her chair out for her at the restaurant, and they both nervously got to know each other over... I'm going to say it wrong and get roasted by the Italians. I always say it wrong. I say bruschetta. Wrong. Straight up wrong. But that was the only food the restaurant brought out to them in the several hours that they were there. The quality of the conversation was so good that it caused Sam to lose track of time and they were late for the show. They snuck in, wholesomely held hands, and would share their first kiss with all the fireworks and orchestra you would expect. Sam met the entire Valentino family the very next day. Michael started a rumour that Sam was Mexican. He's like, so? That's what I do. And there was a hard launch on Instagram soon after. Being long distance for the majority of their relationship has taught them patience, communication, how to show love and affection in creative ways, and it's only made them stronger. Over the years, these two have achieved so much. They've bought a house, travelled and grown in their careers, as well as expanding their family with the addition of Frankie, the lockdown puppy. She's sassy, she's cuddly, and they couldn't imagine life without her. These days, life is full of making and listening to music, seeing and critiquing theatre, and finding new restaurants with Paris-friendly dishes. They're happiest at pizza night, hosted by the pizza maestro himself, John Bliss. JB. And this year in particular, they have felt the pure joy of getting to see each other every single day. Hooray for no more long distance. Yeah. All right, now we'd like to get all of you involved in this next part because it would not be Paris and Sam's wedding without a little bit of theatrics, and we're going to play a game. This game is Who Knows the Couple Best. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to give you a couple of options for what the answer might be. If you get it right, you play on. If you get it wrong, you're out, okay? If you are seated and willing and able, I would love it if you could now stand for me, please, for this part. We'll just get right in. It'll all make sense. So, You're all playing too, okay? You're all playing. No, you don't get to sit down. Yeah, you know. You're not playing. You know. All right, what is Paris's most frustrating trait? If you think it is her extremely specific dietary preferences, put your hands on your head. And if you think she's constantly ruining surprises, put your hands on your hips. Go.
I think it's ruining surprises.
If you are mirroring what Josh is doing, you are wrong and you are out. The correct answer is her extremely specific dietary preferences. All right. If Paris didn't know where Sam was and if she couldn't get in touch with him, where would she go looking? Heads for making magic at the piano. Hips for at Coles buying more Zupa Dupas. The correct answer is at Coles buying more Zupa Dupas. Yeah. What's with the Zupa Dupas? He just loves them. Purple specifically. Okay. If Sam had $1 for every time Paris said this, he'd be a millionaire. So heads for, can you fill up my water bottle, but specifically asked only after Sam has gotten into bed. And hips for, can you crack my ankles? It's a tough one. The correct answer is, can you fill up my water bottle as soon as Sam gets into bed? How many people are still playing? Okay, good. What is Sam's secret skill? Heads for he's an extremely good cook, and hips for his brutal sense of humour. You think you could get this right, but you're already out. I don't know if you get to comment. The correct answer is he's an extremely good cook. So that was heads. For those, are we still playing? Who's still playing? Mum's in? Okay, got one at the back. All right. If someone told Sam that Paris had been arrested, what would she assume it was for? Streaking. Of course, he's such a streaker. Heads for a mistaken case of arson for leaving the heater on at work. And hips for tax evasion in cahoots with Michael. Yeah.
Definitely B. Hard B.
The answer is tax evasion with Michael. Who's still in? Is that our winner? Two still in? Okay, we still got 2. All right. What is Sam's worst trait? Heads, he tends to leave the oven and gas burners on. Or hips, he's driving, enough said. You are both correct. It is his driving. All right, so we have 2 winners. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies. Well done. So what we've got here is a woman with no limits to her generosity, an addiction to vodka pasta, and a belief that hauntings and possessions might be real. Coupled with a man who snores in surround sound, only ever has half a juicy story, but who knows how to shine the biggest spotlight on the people he loves. So it was never a question of if they would get married, but when. And Sam decided that their 2024 trip to New Zealand was the right time to pop the question. He originally thought that Milford Sound would be the perfect location, and fair call because it's stunning out there. He spent the entire day saying things like, "Isn't this so romantic? I just think this is so romantic. Do you feel the romance?" Just like that. That was my perfect Sam impression. Not to mention, he also got visibly nervous when Paris asked to wear his jacket, leaving her more than a little suspicious that something was going on. Now, unfortunately, Milford Sound just wasn't it. There was barely enough room to stand amongst the tourists, let alone take a knee, so Sam had to pivot and figure out an alternative. They went out for dinner in Queenstown, after which Sam suggested a walk, and they stumbled across a gazebo on the foreshore, like something out of Stars Hollow from the Gilmore Girls. No one was around, and the glorious sunset was bathing everything in a beautiful warm glow. So it was there that Sam would get down on one knee and ask Paris to marry him. She cried. She thinks she might have said, "Finally," but ultimately said yes, and they celebrated by FaceTiming their families to share the wonderful news. And that will forever be one of their most cherished memories. And so before you are joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of everyone here, I am to remind you of the serious and permanent nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of 2 people, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. So who wants these 2 to get hitched? Yeah. Now, we don't have an official ring bearer today, Sam and Paris wanted to get a couple of their special people involved, so there's a bit of a potluck, and we've actually hidden the rings under a couple of chairs. So for those of you that are on chairs, if you could just do a little reach around. Yeah. A little reach under. Let's see who wins. Yes! Jodie wins, and I think someone else did. Here she goes. Hey! So I'll get you to stay exactly where you are for now, but our mums are our ring bearers today. How about a round of applause for Jodie and Fiona? All right, and in terms of who is going to say their vows first, these two wanted to do a thumb war. So I'm just going to let you two lead this. Are we doing best of three, or are you just going for it? Just one and done. All right. Slap wars, Michael. Wait, what?
Win! You can't let me win. Well, I've won now.
Paris wins? So does that mean Paris goes first?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Sam goes first. Sam goes first because Paris won. Okay.
I ask everyone here to witness that I, Samuel Keith Bliss, take you, Paris Elizabeth Valentino, to be my lawful wedded wife. Paris, what an honour and a privilege it is to be taking your hand today and forevermore as my beautiful wife, bride of my dreams. Before I lay down the vows and promises upon which our life of love shall be built, I would like to acknowledge that all that you've done for me, enlightening my life, to lift me up, to make me the man I am today. I cannot imagine a life without you in it, Paris. You have an infectious and very beautiful smile, a love of the world and of those around you, and an ability to raise everyone else up. And I've been so lucky to have even an ounce of your spirit rub off on me. When you spend years alongside someone as hard-working, dedicated and talented as you, it is hard not to be inspired and in awe of all you've achieved already. When you live with someone as generous, kind-hearted and gentle as you, one can only hope to shine half as bright as you do. Everyone can attest that to have Paris in your life is to have the gift that keeps on giving. For you are so generous and truly lovely to those around you that make you happy, and as your husband, to be, I have been spoilt rotten, with love and tender care. I can never repay you for all of the love you've given me, but may I spend the rest of our lives together trying. For the rest of our days together, Paris, I promise to honour our love, our promise made today, and to strive to be the best husband you could ask for. Because you deserve nothing less in this world. Allow me to state these promises now, and may all present hold me account in giving Paris the life of love she deserves. Firstly, I promise you everlasting patience and steadfast support, no matter what life may throw at us to face together. From this day forth, you will never be alone in any adversity. Just know that I'll always be there to back you up, talk it out, listen, and ultimately charge through life with you. No trouble is too big, and no mountain too high. I promise to continue to be a calming presence, for I know that we perfectly balance each other out. When you are stressed or anxious, I am here to soothe your worries. I promise also to never take your love, care, and affection for granted. We only have so long on this earth together, and I plan for us to make the most of every single moment we have. No matter what the day before may have thrown at us, when we come home to each other's love, I promise to be present and grateful for the quiet moments spent together. That means I promise not to force you into a night out when I know you want to be in bed with Frankie, your freshly filled water bottle, and a box of barbecue shapes. You deserve to come home and feel loved, cared for, and doted upon. This means I promise to do all of my little chores with a smile and always rub your feet and crack your ankles after a long day of running Michael's business for him. Finally, I promise to be the best friend, husband and father to our future family and Frankie that you could possibly ask for. We will grow old together, raise a family together, and be there for one another through sunrise and storm, in sickness and in health. You will make the most incredible mother, a silly mum, if you will, and the Valentino Bliss family will forever be blessed for it. I truly love you, Paris Valentino, with all of my being. May this day be only the beginning of a life of love and laughter and joy and bliss. Thank you for changing my world forever, for being my world and saying yes, making me the happiest man in the world.
Thank you. And you can just pop that ring straight on, Sam. It's fine. It's not illegal. It's okay. It's on. One more round of applause.
I ask everyone here to witness that I, Paris Elizabeth Valentino, take you, Samuel Keith Bliss, to be my lawful wedded husband. S. When we first met back in high school, I was always drawn to you, intrigued but intimidated. You're the first person I recall being genuinely shy in front of. You were cool, calm, collected, and I was both terrified and excited by my feelings for you. Looking back, I know that feeling in my chest was a wink from the universe, a subtle reminder that our souls were made up of all the same things. Here we go. I didn't fully understand it until our first date. We were so lost in conversation that we arrived 30 minutes late to the theatre. Normally that would have been my nightmare and still is today, but with you, it felt like destiny. Sitting beside you, my nerves fell away. I knew that then you were tailor-made for me to love, connected to me all my life by an invisible golden string. Time tried to stretch it, even when we were apart, but that golden thread never wavered. It simply reminded me how deeply you were woven into me. I've always been in awe of you, but what started as a starry-eyed appreciation for your smile deepened into admiration for your heart. I've always been the agent of chaos in my own life, yet that's never scared you. Somehow, you know exactly when to anchor me and when to let me free fall through my own imagination. You are patient and gentle in the way you love me, and never let me doubt that love. You bring peace and comfort to me, and you... a warmth unlike anything else I've ever known. And somehow all of the noise, confusion and anxiety I've carried with me my whole life doesn't feel so heavy, because you're there beside me, helping carry the weight. From my smallest whims, like a late night snack run, to my wildest dreams, like starting a production company or 3, you've never asked, are you sure? Instead you say, how big's the stage? Where do we begin? Instead of doubting me or dimming my light, you find a second spotlight and make sure it hits me just right. And that's what it means to be truly known. Because of you, colours are more vibrant, music is sweeter, and my restless spirit has finally found peace. I know without question what we were made for. I was made to savour your delicious dinners and dance to the soundtracks you create. Above all, I was made to love you wholeheartedly, fearlessly, all my life. Though you make life feel like pure bliss, I know not every day will be easy. I promise to meet the hard ones with grace and grit. I will stand beside you always, never in front of you unless it's to protect you from harm, and never behind you, but always with you. I'll lift you higher when you need strength and hold you steady if you fall. I won't see our challenges as things that divide us, but as chances to grow closer, to reach for each other, to hold each other through the tears, to celebrate the victories, and to weather every storm as a team. I promise you a lifetime of lazy Sunday mornings in bed, jokes only we understand, spontaneous adventures, and car concerts on every drive. I promise to always have your back, to defend your ideas, and always work to understand where you're coming from in every situation. I'm on your side. I promise that if for some reason Collingwood is dismantled as an AFL team, I will support the Hawks just for you. Sorry, Dad. I promise to make the most of the ordinary days, painting them with the vibrant colours that you've brought into my world. When you smile, when you laugh, when we dance, the palette only becomes more beautiful. I promise to reserve all Friday nights for pizza, but I can't promise to share my plate, because you all know the rules. I don't share on pizza night. I promise to never stop learning new things about you, discovering you with just as much excitement as when we first met. I will never stop seeking to understand the depths of your heart. It is you, Sam. It was always you. My safest place, my wildest adventure, my home, and my heart. I promise to keep choosing you today and every day. I love you.
Yeah, just go for it. One more round of applause. The ring is on. You might want to hold hands for this part, guys. Now, what a ride it has been. And as they look to the future, these two are so excited for life's next chapters. And we all wish for a life that's filled with silliness, adventure, and wild memories that you can look back on when you're old and grey. I know you're ready for it. So it is my pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Yes. Yes. Oh, don't drop it. Oh, my God.